Hey, what's up everybody? Chris here, and today I was going to do a quick update on some Funko Pops that I picked up recently that I think were good deals. And I'll talk about a really great deal actually that I found at GameStop that was kind of unexpected, but was a good thing that helped me sort of add to my collection that I have here. And if you didn't see the previous video, I do have about 50 pieces, or had about 50 pieces in my collection, so it's not anything massive. It's a very modest collection, but you know, every other week or so, sometimes weekly, it continues to grow. I'll get maybe one pop here, two pops there, when I find ones that I think are really worth adding to the collection and are in fact a good deal. So I'm going to start with a deal that I found at GameStop. So I'm actually not really a huge fan of GameStop, especially given, you know, what they do in terms of trade-in policies and that sort of thing. A lot of great people work there. It's definitely not the employees' fault that they have some, or have had, I should say, some practices in the past that were not ideal. But every once in a while I'll pop in there, you know, pun intended, to see what kind of Funkos they have and what kind of deals they're running. So I went in the other day and they actually had a clearance rack going on, and I'm not sure if every GameStop does this, but one of the ones close to my house does it. They had a clearance rack where they had Funko Pops for $2 a pop, right? Again, pun intended. So I'm a huge fan of Ready Player One. I know that in you know, nerd circles, the movie is a little bit controversial compared to the content of the book, which obviously is more in depth. I love the book. I listened to the audiobook, which was narrated by Will Wheaton, and it was great. But I also love the movie. I'm a huge Spielberg fan. I've talked about that on the channel before. But anyway, in terms of the pops that they had, they were $2 each. I was able to pick up H, which is a central character in the book and in the movie, if you've never seen it. And the thing that I like about this pop is they've done a really nice job with the details of the body. So the head of H on the pop is kind of straightforward and plain, and if you've seen the movie, you can sort of understand why that is in terms of the avatar that H has in the movie. But you can see, I think, some of the detail there in the body. And so just because I like Ready Player One, and I had been wanting to try and acquire some of those pops, I was able to pick up H for $2, and that was pretty good. Likewise, I was able to pick up one of the Sixers, and I always love sort of the distinctive helmets that the Sixers have. Also, the detail on the body there is great. For $2 as well. And again, it's a nice looking pop. And then sort of the big bad in the movie, Nolan Sorrento, I was able to get his avatar as well, right? So sort of that same distinctive gray body shape and outline and sort of figure there. So, you know, for $6 plus tax, I was able to get 3 pops that I thought would look nice in the collection, and they're ones that I wanted. So I've talked about this before. I'm not always someone who likes to get pops just because they are popular pops to have. I want the ones I want. And so, you know, I like the movie Ready Player One. I wanted to get some of those, and I found them. One that I found at Video Game World, a local video game store here in the town that I live in, Huntersville, had one that I'd been looking for a while, even though it's one that I could have gotten on Amazon. And I've talked about my experience with buying pops on Amazon before. It's not always the best thing, given that the boxes can sometimes be damaged in shipping. I've got a Gremlins pop that the box was totally obliterated in, and that really was frustrating to me. But anyway, I found a classic Michael Myers pop with the mask, the bloody knife, the whole 9 yards. And I think it looks really nice, and it's really cool. I love the horror pops. This is going to sound like a total dad thing, and it kind of is, but I'm oftentimes leery to get them because I have young children and they're kind of impressionable when it comes to horror movies, as you would expect. So when I get these, I try to put them in a place where they're not as easily visible and they maybe don't see it as much. But anyway, a really cool pop to add to the collection. Also, I am a really big fan of the movie Ant-Man. Not Ant-Man. I'm thinking back to Endgame because I spent a lot of time enjoying that recently. Aquaman. I'm a big fan of the movie Aquaman. It's a big, dumb comic book movie, but I love it because it's big and dumb. I mean, at one point in the movie, you have people riding great white sharks and giant lobsters battling each other, and it's just absurd, but it's awesome. So, Black Manta is the big bad guy in the Aquaman movie, and they had this chrome Walmart exclusive pop available at my local video game store, so I picked it up. It's a cool one. It looks nice. I'm not typically big on the all chrome pop figures, but I like the movie a lot. I saw this one. I thought it was kind of cool. I love the helmet design of Black Manta, and so I decided to spring for that and to pick it up. Last but not least, I've talked about my love for Fallout a couple of times on the channel. You've seen maybe the Fallout 76 review that I did not all that long ago. Good game. Could use some improvement still, but an enjoyable game nevertheless. It's getting more difficult as I keep playing it, which games often do. But anyway, I was able to find Vault Boy, one that I have been wanting to pick up for a while. So I was able to get that, add it to the collection. It looks great. It's a classic one to have. And again, these 6 pops are ones that just I wanted. I mean, they don't really have a whole lot of value beyond that. And I think that if you're into pop collecting, and people do it for a variety of different reasons, I think getting the ones you want is an important thing if you want to stay invested in it and enjoy that as a hobby. So if you have any of these pops, let me know what you think. Or if you don't, let me know what you think about them. If they're worthwhile, if you are planning to pick them up, or if you have any questions about the designs, let me know and I can answer those questions as well. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.